Hello all. Now in this lecture we are going to set up a MongoDB replica set with Docker, and we are going to browse the setup MongoDB replica set with Robo3T. Now Robo3T is a GUI administrative tool to administer a MongoDB database as a standalone application or with a replica set. Okay, and in this lecture we are going to implement a MongoDB replica set. So this is the network topology that we are going to implement in this MongoDB replica set. So you are going to have one MongoDB primary instance, and that will be installed as a Docker image, and we are going to have two secondary Docker images which are going to act as MongoDB replicas. Okay, simply when you do a write to this node, the replication will happen to these two nodes, right? And we are not going to implement this secondary node as a arbiter. So we are going to implement as a full secondary replication node with Docker. Okay. Okay. So now I have copied all the commands which are required to create a Docker-based MongoDB replica set to a text pad. Okay. So let me go through each and every command and show you how to create a Docker-based MongoDB replica set. So first we'll create a Docker network with the name Mongo cluster. So I'll copy that and let me open up a terminal and I'll paste. I'm creating a Docker network with the name Mongo cluster. Okay, so let's verify whether my network is created. Okay, so you can see my Mongo cluster network is created. Okay, so then I have to create 3 Docker-based Mongo instances specifying different ports and different host names. So this is my first Docker-based Mongo instance. Docker run name is Mongo1 and port is 9042, and my network is Mongo cluster which we created early, and external port is 9042, and I'm installing Mongo 4.2.10 image, and I'm executing MongoD -replica set docker rs --port 9042 command internally, and my replica set name is docker rs. Okay, so let me run that Docker instance. So that Docker instance is running. Okay, so let me run the second Docker based Mongo instance, and here my name is Mongo2 and port is 9142, and it's same replica set name, so that one also created. So let me create my third one with a different port and different host name. So this is my third Docker based Mongo instance. Port is 9242 and the instance name is Mongo3. Okay, so my third instance also completed. So let me verify docker ps -a. So you can see 3 Docker instances are running: Mongo 4.2.10, 4.2.10, 4.2.10, and all are running in 3 separate ports: 9242, 9142, and 9042. So my MongoDB instances which are required for the replica set are running. Okay, now I need to configure these 3 instances to run as a replica set. So in order to do that, I have to log into the terminal of one Docker instance and run Mongo command. So in order to do that, what I'll do is I'm saying docker exec -it mongo1 mongo --port 9042. What I'm doing here is I am running Mongo command in Mongo1 Docker instance by accessing 9042 port. So my terminal is open here. So my Mongo terminal is open. So let me run the configurations for the replica set. So I would say config id docker rs. Docker rs is my replica set name. These are the members: id 0 host 9042 Mongo1, id 1 host Mongo2 9142, and id 2 host Mongo3 9242. Now here the third host is executed as a secondary instance, full secondary instance. If you want to attach the host as arbiter, in addition to these 2 parameters, you have to pass third parameter: arbiter is equal to true. Then third instance will be set up as arbiter. But for this use case, as I demonstrated in the PowerPoint, we are using one primary and full scale secondary nodes. So I am not passing arbiter is equal to false, arbiter is equal to true parameter for one host. Okay. Okay, my configurations are done. So let's initiate the cluster by issuing rs.initiate command. So rs.initiate will initialize the cluster. So let me press rs.conf. So it's configuring, right? So you can see the members ID 0, ID 1 and ID 2. Okay. Okay. So now again I run rs.conf. Okay, you can see those are the replica set nodes. Members are ID 0, ID 1 and ID 2. Okay. Alright. Again let me run rs.conf once again. Okay. So okay. Alright. So these are again members ID 0, ID 1, ID 2. Okay. So I have configured the replica set successfully. Now I need to let me run rs.status and show you something. Okay. So you can get more information about the members. So health 1, right? Name, health, uptime. So those information can be acquired by running rs.state. Okay. So you have rs ID 0, ID 1 and ID 2. Health is equal to 1, name is Mongo 3 9242, right? Name Mongo 2 9142, state secondary, right? And this is the primary node. So Mongo 1 9242, you can see state string as primary. So Mongo 1 is the primary and Mongo 2 is the secondary and Mongo 3 is the secondary. Okay. Alright, now let's go ahead and create users. So in order to create users, I need to use the admin database. So let me go switch the database to admin. So use admin. So admin is a built-in database in MongoDB. Then I'll be creating a user called admin with the password admin with root role. Okay. So create user admin, password admin, roles, DB admin and root. Okay. Okay. So my replica set is configured and also I have created my first user admin with the password admin having root privileges. Okay. Now our replica set is perfectly configured in Docker environment. Okay. So let's go ahead and see how we can access this with Robo3T. So I have installed Robo3T in my machine. So when I go to Robo3T, you come to this interface. If you haven't installed Robo3T, what you need to do is you go to robomongo.org. Right, and in the home page you can see download Robo3T only. Just click on this link and you can install Robo3T according to the environment you need. Okay, so that's how you set up Robo3T locally. Okay, so now let me open up this thing and create manage connection, and I will remove the existing one and I'll create a new one. Okay, so my connection name is, let's say, my Mongo replica connection, and type is not direct because we are using replica set, so you just type as replica set. Then I need to put the members. So what are the members? Okay, so one member is localhost 9042 and the other one is 9142 and the third member is 9240. So you need to add all the instances in your Docker replica set. Okay, and your set name is, what is the set name? Replica set name is Docker RS. Okay, and I need to configure the authentication. So my database is admin and the username is created is admin. Password is created is password. No, password is admin. We just put, okay, admin. So that's it. Let's go to connection and let's test. Oh, it says fail to authorize. it says localhost. Let me put 127.0.0.1. 127.0.0.1. Okay, context. Okay, same thing. So what we'll do is we'll save this. Okay, I have saved my Mongo replica connection. Okay, and I'll close this and I will restart Robo 3D. Okay, so let's open again. This is the connection information that we saved with the name my Mongo replica connection. So I'm opening it. Okay, so I have ports 9042, 9.9242, authentication admin. Let's test now. So again, it's failing to authorize. Mongo one found in server side. Please double check if okay, sorry. Sorry. You need to give Mongo one as the host name, because the replica set name you gave is Mongo 1, Mongo 2, Mongo 3, like that. Mongo 3, Mongo 2, and Mongo 3. Okay, you have to do this, then only you can connect. Now you have successfully connected to your MongoDB replica set. Okay, and there are scenarios in that you need to restart Robo 3D to get some configurations affected in Robo 3D. So in some scenarios, that's why previously I restarted Robo 3D just to ensure that my configurations are reflected properly, because I had a replica set connection to the same MongoDB cluster early. So I deleted it and created a new one just for you guys to see a fresh connection. Okay, alright. So if you encounter a scenario like that, by simply restarting Robo 3D, you might get the expected result. But in this situation, the problem was I have used the localhost as the member host name. That is wrong, right? You have to use Mongo 1, Mongo 2, Mongo 3 as the name we have given in the replica set, which is here. So Mongo 1, Mongo 2, Mongo 3, right? And another thing you need to be cautious is that, let me exit from here. You have to go to etc host, sorry. Okay, so I have added 3 lines. I have added entry 127.0.0.1 localhost Mongo 1, Mongo 2, Mongo 3. Our replica set is configured as Mongo 1, Mongo 2, Mongo 3 as host name. In order to those 3 names to be resolved, you have to add these entries in your host file. So 127.0.0.1 localhost Mongo 1, Mongo 2, Mongo 3. So Mongo 1, Mongo 2, Mongo 3 will be resolved to localhost once you add this line to etc host file. So it is a mandatory entry that you need to put to via etc host, right? Because our Docker host names are Mongo 1, Mongo 2, Mongo 3. In order to resolve those, we have to add those entries to etc host file. Okay, so that's why this Mongo 1, Mongo 2, Mongo 3 are resolved by our system. So let's say you put IPs, it might not work. Okay, so always you have to put the names we have given in the replica set definition, which are Mongo 1, Mongo 2, Mongo 3, and you have to put the corresponding IP mappings in the etc host. Okay, so now you have successfully connected to a MongoDB replica set from Robo 3D, and also you successfully created the MongoDB replica set with Docker. Okay, so I hope you got a good understanding about creating a replica set with MongoDB in Docker environment, and also accessing the created replica set using an external tool like Robo 3D. So that's all for this lecture, and I'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you.